Listen, I want to talk about something because something came up with you. This is the first time you ever got angry with me. Verbally.
Yeah, I think so.
Like the first time you ever verbalized.
In 7 years of friendship, I think, right? 8 years of friendship.
8 years of friendship
I've
now.
never been angry in my life at my guy. And
I know.
And you know what? It was because it wasn't even about you.
I know.
You know?
I know. It wasn't personal is the thing. But it was the reason why you were angry was because there was something happening.
So hold on, let's set the scene. Like why?
Okay.
Hold on. So I'm posting a clip about the Indian chess player, and basically there's a title issue we had. So he says one title. I didn't see it as that title, so I put a different title on, and there was some friction there.
Yeah.
And then Pranav has the Pranav paragraph.
Yeah.
That I call it, it's like this, invective.
No, hold on. There was zero invective. If you read the paragraph, it was literally me just being like, hey, here's why I think we should have done what I did, right? I laid out the reasons very meticulously. There was no invective.
No, but
I was even like, hey, I'm not even mad. I was just like, why, bro? Why?
No. But as a group, it becomes invective. In my eyes.
It's because there's a lot of text, and
Yes.
you're like, why is he talking? This is like, what is this? Another girlfriend I got? All these words.
It was you going, what are we right now? It really was.
It wasn't that, but you got angry.
Right. So what did I even write? If we can find it, Jesus Christ.
You were just like, what the fuck are you even talking about, man?
No.
It wasn't even like angry.
It
You
was,
were
dude,
like,
my anger, and dude, I'm a docile man.
Docile.
I'm a pacifist of the highest caliber. I hate all fighting. To the point where I'm like, deport my mom. I'll call you on Grameen phone, dude. I straight, get me on the FaceTime, mommy. I love you. But so I text back. I'm like, I think it was like, yeah, Pranav, that title fucking works, dude.
Yeah.
And if you want to change the fucking title, then you fucking do it.
Yeah.
3 fuckings in 2 texts, bro. That's literally me like murdering somebody. Level of like, whoa, Usama. Immediately felt bad. Immediately felt bad.
I actually enjoyed it. I was like, finally. He's showing the passion, Like, finally, he's got some skin in the game right now.
Some like fucking sex scene from Vicky Cristina Barcelona or something.
Sort of.
Good, yes, you are fighting.
I was like, finally, this guy's dick is hard right
Jesus
now.
Christ. And then you were like, take me now, quick.
But then immediately after, like, hey, I'm so sorry for that. Immediately.
You wanted to make it like that scene from History of Violence where they start banging on the staircase.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I'm talking about?
That's a great reference, yeah.
Dude, I immediately felt bad. And I feel bad all the time when even if I show a little negativity. If I shut down a white girl heckling, I'll shut her down, feel amazing, and then within 2 seconds, I'll feel like complete shit. Even this woman who completely deserved it. Any sort of pugilistic notions I hate within myself, and I find it to be so negative, and I just feel so bad. So I immediately was like, my bad, dude. I lashed out. But it was not about P but right before that happened, this text exchange, there were some issues in the family. My brother texted me like some shit that my mom basically was like,
you don't have to be specific, by the way.
It's fine. It's fine. It's not Patreon actually, but there's some family stuff with my mom going on, and my mom Arnab said some stuff about that what my mom might have been going through at the moment, and immediately just fucking lost my mind. Mm-hmm. My mind, I lost it. Because I just imagine my mom going through anything.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I'll like almost cry imagining my mom like climb up the stairs toughly.
Because as Indian mama's boys, you're like, if your mom's happy, that's a failure on your. If your mom's unhappy, that is a failure on your part.
It's me, and I see myself as the primary giver of happiness to my mom. There's also an arrogant thing as like one of 3 kids.
But they also set us up for that, right? And this is what I want to talk about. This is the thing is like they also set us up for that because like their whole life here is about their kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're always putting you at the center of things, good or bad.
Right. Sure.
Right?
Sure.
You are the emotional center. It's not their husbands. It's the kids.
Dude.
100%,
100%. And bro, it's like, now we're like, we are completely vassals of them.
Yeah.
And it's like, I love that too. I it's a beautiful thing as well. Like this is a person that's my dog for life in the highest regard.
If only it were that wholesome, like this is my dog for life. Like, no, I'm your dog for life. You know, you are her bitch for life. I am my mom's bitch for
That's
life.
what I meant when I said dog.
Yeah.
I'm her bitch.
Yeah.
Truly, I am her bitch. And as a bitch, I'm like cuddling next to her, like what's going on? She has centered me and the kids in the deepest way. And not only that, I would even say me a little more sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Just the way we had a relationship was more. Aunt Noel was gone.
Yeah.
By childhood, he was like doing crazy shit. So my mom didn't like raise him really in his childhood. Like did for a certain point, and then he just kind of fucked off and came back.
Yep.
He went to boarding school of hard knocks, right? Then my mom heavily parented me. And then I parented Arnab. Arnab was my vassal, right?
Yeah.
So Arnab had so me and my mom are really one unit.
Yeah, because you're also the emotionally intelligent one.
Right.
I say that, liberally in your case, but okay, sorry. But you're the one who hangs with your mom.
Yeah.
You show her the love. You talk to her a lot, basically. And that's how I am with my mom.
Right.
My brother is very present in her life, but he's not a talker.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's not the guy she can shoot the shit with.
Right, exactly. My mom, I mean, we're talking, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about like random shit that maybe some kids and some moms shouldn't talk about. I'm like, how's the birth control, mom? Like sometimes we'll go there.
It failed. Look in the mirror.
Yeah, only took half. Biggest mistake of my life. Yeah. That's why your eye is weird. But dude, it was, and so like I when I took that in, it was just like I couldn't even handle. Which means this is not a good thing because now I'm like, listen, it's got to get worse, Like
I know, but now you're coming to that point in your life where you're starting to parent your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's always a weird fix because
Bro.
it's something that's necessary, but they're resistant to it.
Right.
Yet they're always constantly asking for it in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Through that kind of pre-existing, that's just the pressure to be there.
Dude, it's so true, bro. It's literally what's going on. I can feel the small shift. And I'm saying stuff, and she's like, "Okay, what the? I don't know anything."
Well, there are times where I'll get really pissed off at other people in my family because I'm like, "Why aren't you doing this for mom?
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing this for mom?"
Sure,
you know what I mean? When they're all there, I'm not there. I live in New York.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm just like, "Why isn't she doing this? Why aren't you guys encouraging her to do this? X, Y, and Z?" And then I get all pissed off.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, I don't fucking know what to do.
I know. And also, do I have the right to say, Noel's going to meet her every day?
Yeah.
He's doing the work, and I'm sure he's taking some bullshit.
Exactly.
Like daily. My mom's probably saying some shit. My mom
Yeah.
can be annoying within 30 seconds. So I'm sure, like, Noel's like, fuck you. Like, golden child. Yeah, right. I'm the one doing all the work.
Yeah.
But is he, though? And it's like, I feel like I have this thing of, like, I would take care of my mom way better than anybody else.
I know.
Like, I feel like I would give her a good life. A forever home.
Yeah.
But
But you're going to adopt your mom?
Yeah. My mom, she's a rescue. I rescued her from the clutches of my big shitty brother. JK, obviously JK. Noel's doing a lot of work beautifully.
Yeah.
But it's almost like now he's like juggling, wife needs and mom needs. And what a story that is that's been since the beginning of Indian
That's
time.
tough. My brother, same thing. My brother's got 4 kids, and a
Yeah.
wife and all that. And he still manages to like be very present in my mom's life.
That's the thing. It's like, and there's like Bengali natoks about this, like storylines where like the guy saying hi to his mom first, and the wife gets sad. The wife saying hi to the wife first, mom gets sad. Yeah. So you have to deal with a lot of egos as people get older too. Like your mom's,
I know, dude.
As she's getting older, she sometimes needs more validation. Like, oh, you guys already don't care about me. I'll just go. And when they have that in their mind, they will just fucking go.
I know. But see, that's the problem with all the brown parents is that their main lever of communication is guilt.
Oh, yeah.
It's always guilt.
Oh, yeah.
It's always like, I'm just a dog out on the street now, I guess, after giving birth to you, feeding you, clothing you. And that's the problem is that they're only able to communicate through guilt. And they come from a place where back home, back in Bangladesh, back in India, when you give birth to the kids and the kids are there, everybody's still living around each other.
Yeah.
Everybody is just there.
Yeah.
But that's not like that here. We live in a totally different place now.
The problem is, it's like they think, I'm a dog. But in India and Bangladesh, they had their own dog called servants. And they used them to great degree.
Yeah.
You know, so they had someone to look at as a dog, and now they're looking at themselves like, I was the servant the whole time.
I know.
Shit.
I know. And look, this is like an immigration debate thing, right? Because like our parents came here and they were just like, no, we're gonna have American economic benefits with Indian desi family characteristics. I'm like, it just doesn't work like that. There's always are gonna collapse and collide with each other.
And they're seeing it, right?
Yeah.
Because then they don't realize, they're like, listen, we'll get American benefits, but like part of America is nursing home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Part of America is like, all right, buddy,
it's
I'll
like
see you
breaking
later.
free. You know what I mean?
Bye.
Going off and charting your own course, right?
Dude.
But back there, it's like no. We arrange the marriage. We do this. We do that. Like it's all staying within the family.
Right, and there's like uses. You know, there's like genuine uses for you in the home country.
Yeah,
because the village is still intact. Here, bro, it's like you're like you're out in the wind, and it's like my mom is just at the house alone watching TV, and it's like, okay,
I know, and that is a bitch right there. That does suck.
You know,
that is something that requires tending to. But that's when you're like, you get pissed off at the dad. You're like, Dad, why aren't you doing more? This is your wife. You know,
so that's how I really got into it. Yeah, so I'm definitely getting in that space of like my dad, some choices he's made. I'm like, dude, this is egregious.
Yeah,
egregious. You know, meet me at the Muay Thai ring. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know, kind of shit. It's like, God damn. How like, and then you realize like, you're so emotionally stunted for being a 70-year-old man.
I know.
Like, some shit you had so much time to learn this.
I know, but they have no value for emotions like that.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Take care of your girl. Get your girl.
They have no value for like the inner life. You know what I mean? That we're raised to put at the center of everything here, right? Like everything's got to be about your inner life in America. Like we need a good halfway point.
Yeah, 100%.
Between those things, you know.
Between gay and straight, there's a beautiful middle ground.
It's true. It's called bisexual.
It's called bisexual, and we need that. we need more of that. I'm at a loss, and it's not like me and my two brothers are like good at handling any of this. We're not given those tools.
Yeah.
And so, Arnab comes to me like, kind of really affected.
Yeah.
And Arnab's always been a little bit more the most sensitive.
Right.
A little bit in a bitchy way.
And the weirdest one too.
Yeah, the weirdest one. He's the one who is least able to deal with any of this. Because he was like, I feel like I kind of really babied Arnab too. I was like, he was always had me as a way before the world came into him. You know what I'm saying? I was the one like getting fucking everything was coming. I was weird, wonky-eyed kid getting beat up by every family member, and just I definitely felt the world right here. But Arnab, the light skin can't be overstated too. Just a light skinned bitch.
He's got the light skin privilege.
It's a light skinned bitch. And he'll look at me like I'm a dark skinned boy sometimes. Like, oh, look at this dark skinned fuck trying to get long hair. You know what I'm saying? Pranav, isn't this guy weird? So yeah, I'm trying to figure out the new tools to move forward.
It's very difficult because you can't communicate with the parents in the language of like Western whatever, right? That we are accustomed to.
Dude, I was thinking like a Zoom meeting, and my brothers were like, "What?
Yeah,
you fucking idiot!" I was thinking like Zoom meeting with my dad, my mom. My
like, you need to Zoom your ass home and live there. Go work at Infosys,
dude,
bitch.
If we had a Zoom meeting, it'd be 40 minutes of my mom calling me stupid, and then the meeting would end because I don't have Zoom Plus. That's what happened.
Yeah.
So
they're not equipped to deal with like an American way of life. They're equipped. They were raised with like, nope, I'm around all my siblings all the time. So even after the kids grow up, all the siblings are hanging out.
Dude, like if a crackhead came up to you and we started giving you advice, that's how my mom thinks me. If I give her
100%. 100%. They don't respect us at all. Like they have zero respect for us.
You fucking loser.
Yeah. They're like, okay, bitch.
Here's some change. Get away from me. Like there's no respect.
There's zero respect.
So how could I change my dad's mind in the slightest?
Yeah. All we can really hope to do is just kind of tolerate it and make incremental micro, changes for them.
I mean, what like I recycle once? Yeah. I don't know. Like what could we do?
Because these parents are not going to be like, okay, well, I guess I'll take up salsa lessons. Or like I'm gonna get really into crocheting or whatever. They don't do that shit. They're like, no, we hang out. That's what we do. We hang out.
Dad, you gotta talk about your feelings with Ammu, and then what? Assless chaps.
Yeah, they don't do that.
And then what? I go to an orgy in West Village.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna join a book club. They don't do that.
Yeah.
Okay. They're like, no, this is the point of the family. This is the book club. We're hanging out.
I go to a book club. It's called Reading the Quran every Sunday.
Yeah.
That's the book club.
Is the Quran? Do you guys do that Sundays? Is Sundays a big day for the Muslims?
Sunday.
I thought Fridays
Sunday
was.
school. Sunday school. So like, if you're, if you're like learning Arabic, the mosque is always on Sunday.
Yeah.
Gnarly place.
Yeah.
A lot of basketball and homophobia.
Well, I remember going to like Hindi school at the temple on Sundays.
Was it called Chinmaya Mission?
Huh?
Chinmaya Mission?
No. This is just our local Hari temple, right, in Pennsylvania. And I remember like, we're doing like the Hindi test, right, to read and write Hindi. And our teacher was just like, guys, come on, you got to do well. And she's like, look, if you guys do well at this, after this, I'll take you to McDonald's.
And have some beef sandwiches.
Like, the incentive is beef. Essentially, that's like what it is.
Listen, you read this passage, we got a virgin in the back.
Yeah.
Okay? Now she's got the lust of 72, if you know what I mean. She's ready to fucking go. You know what I'm talking about? So,
It's crazy.
Dude, it's just gnarly, these people, dude.
Yeah.
Did you act out the scenes too? My friends used to act out the scenes.
What's
from Mahabharata and Ramayana?
No. This is just like reading and writing stuff. I only did it for a very short period of time.
Well, I went to my friend's Chinmaya Mission once, and I saw him like he had to reenact some scene.
That's awesome.
It was cool.
That would have been cool.
Arjun, he would like, he became like Arjuna or something like that, and like I reenact this one scene from Mahabharata. And it was cool, dude. Yeah. I thought it was badass.
That's badass. No, we didn't do any of that shit.
Yeah, Chinmaya Mission was a big like inner city in Texas.
Chinmaya Mission is like a nice thing.
Yeah.
That would have been nice to have had if I had grown up in that. Right? 'Cause
Right.
that really gives you the cultural aspect of things. For the Indian parents, generally just out there freeballing it. They don't care about giving you the culture of like, here's the beauty of Indian culture.
Right.
It's like, no. It's like, here's the rules of Indian culture.
Right.
You're going to eat this. You're going to dress this way. You're going to do this on this specific day. And then that's it.
I don't know. Texas Indians, I'll give them that, man. They definitely lock into the Hindu culture. The Muslim
That's because
ones.
they have the Chinmaya Mission and stuff like that.
The Muslim Indians, Bengalis also like give them the Muslim culture. I think because Texas is conservative, there's like a cultureness that kind of locks in. There's a slowness of being that maybe happens in Texas that we can like actually like go out to these events. So I really think I did have a good brown upbringing. My mom was like, you're Bengali. You're gonna be Bengali. You're gonna learn Bengali. You're gonna fucking live a Bengali.
So you lucked
life.
out that way.
I did luck out.
Growing up, we spoke a lot of Hindi. It was very fluent. But then after a while, it was just like, no, you just let it go, right? Everyone gets busy, the jobs and everything, and like.
It's a starter language.
Yeah, but at the same time, they're like, no, you're getting an arranged marriage. I'm like, bitch, what?
Yeah, why is the worst stuff here? Why we
all damn watching MTV, not ZTV. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, we're figuring it out day by day, and now it's like the very real issue of them being old as fuck, and it's like, what's the correct?
I know this is the real thing now.
Yeah,
right.
This is the real thing. Locking in, and you know what? I'm blessed with two awesome, able-bodied brothers who I am close to at this point in my life. I love them, and so I'm glad that I have them in this world, regardless of what's going on with the mom and dad.
Siblings are great.
You have the best brother as well. It's like this is gonna be in the world when it gets tough. It's like that should be.
I know.
Locked.
I know.
Rocked.
It is. Family is very good.
Joe has a great brother too. I met him. Great guy. Great wife as well. Good family structure, bro.
They all go to Fish concerts together. The whole Russell clan.
Yeah. Dude, his brother's. You ever met his brother?
I met him
Super
at
nice
the
guy.
wedding. At
Tall.
the wedding. Yeah,
Dude,
tall
taller
guy.
than Joe.
Tall, handsome guy.
Handsome dude.
Oh yeah.
How tall is he? 6'4"?
I don't know, 6'3".
Dude, tall drink of water.
6'3".
Nice.
Water.
Nice guy. What's his name again?
Chris,
dude. Chris Russell, bro.
Chris Russell.
Cool guy. Love that guy.
All right.
All right, dude.
This has been it. Thank you guys for tuning in on the Patreon. Remember, you get a whole slew of bonuses and benefits by getting on our Patreon. I hope you'll join us there. This has been Mango Bay. Thank you. Yo.
We got to do a couple questions once we get on the
Oh,
Patreon.
okay. Yeah, we're going to get on the Patreon now and
What's
answer
up,
some
what's up?
questions. Thank you guys for the rest of you. Thank you. Come again.